We're gonna pull this in the shop. It's we're gonna change out the thermostats in it. Now this has been moving feed and whatever now for the better part of the afternoon, and you can see the coolant is, the temperature's way down here. In the mornings, I can mix feed with it, and while I'm loading feed, after it's been used for quite a little while, you know, like maybe a good 10 minutes or so into loading feed, it'll warm up. But once I park the payloader, leave it running, and come back to it, the temperature gauge is right down to it's right down to the bottom there. So then it would take forever to warm up. But now we've got some real cold weather that we're going to be dealing with in the next couple, 3 to 4 days. So it'd be nice to have that going. So just a couple minutes that it's run, that temperature gauge is still down at the bottom. And when it warms up, after you've been using it for about 10 minutes, it warms up to about there. Now the coolant level is up and everything like that. It's just that the thermostats must be stuck open. So we're gonna drain the coolant out and get some new thermostats in it. I won't know if this works until morning, so we're gonna get after this right now. Alright, so we are just getting underway. Got this somewhat blown off. We're draining the coolant out of the radiator. We got to start unplugging some plugs there to get into the thermostat housing. And get that unplugged, get that top radiator hose off in there, unbolt the housing where the thermostats sit, get that off in there, slap the new thermostats in there, load it with coolant, and get it going here. So we're gonna get things underway here. Yeah. So I've got pretty much everything off the top of this housing. The only thing I have left to do now, I've got the wire harness. No, I got that. Now I got that tossed this way. A couple of the lines unhooked. I'm going to leave the top radiator hose on there, I think. I don't think that's going to fight me that much. I've got to loosen up this serpentine belt and get this alternator off in there, because the alternator's on this bracket. So we're going to do that now, and then I should be able to start to take this top off of the thermostat housing here. Alright, we got the alternators removed. Oh, you bastard. You bastard. Alright, where's my hammer at? Oh, come on. Alright. Just wants to strip. Why? Oh, that's freaking cute. That is freaking cute. that's cute, but ow. Well, they couldn't just put cap screws in there instead of frickin' Allen heads. Oh, you little guy, you. Alright, I cut part of this Allen head off. Whoops. That was great. That stuff dry rotted just enough. So I've gotten 3 out of 6 so far, and I only got 1 with the wrench. So got 1 on the back side, I got 1 left back there, right full of crap. So we're going to move over to the other side. Alright, so I've got the top radiator hoses off. I've got these 2 out on this side, those 2 on the other side, so we've got 1 more right here. And let's hope it goes, because this one went. I just got that one to go. So let's hope that this one goes, so I can pull that. Oh, you twisted off. Alright, so now we got to try vice grips. I mean, I can weld a nut on there if I had to, but man, that frickin' damn thing. Pound this down in there again. That might have worked. Oh, where's my extension? Oh, that just twisted off. That damn thing. Well, pound the bitch down in there again, or I could try the vice grips. I don't think I might have enough bite. That didn't feel good. That didn't feel good. Now where the heck did those get? Yeah, there's... Alright, I can't tell what's going on there. So we'll pound this down in there again, maybe by chance. The vice grips did enough to it to dirty. Maybe weld. I thought about welding a nut on there, but there's no room next to the voice grip this as well. It didn't work. Alright, well, we're going to have to come up with another plan here. And I could just cut that off with a zip wheel and then lift this off in there and deal with it, you know, later. Or have to weld something on there, I guess. Alright. So we're going to take this socket here. We're going to pound this down in there. Like that. And then we're going to weld it. Alright, we're going to weld this little Allen wrench socket right to that stud. Hopefully this works. No, I don't. Yeah, I can't get to that from the other side. So I'm gonna go get a little bit of water, pour some water on there to get that to cool down, because that next spot it's gonna break is gonna be right there. So should be cooled down enough now. Now, is that gonna move? Now, hit my head on the freaking air cleaner housing. Alright, so that's gonna come out of there like that. This guy should come right off. There. Alright. Now, the thermostats are supposed to be in here. Okay, so we're going to take this over and set it on the bench. So give me a second here. Alright, let's just gotta pull these thermostats up out of there. That guy. set the two new ones in there. One. And 2. Now we can take this back over to the payloader and set it in place. Now the thermostats are the gasket, and then there's an O-ring gasket here. So let's set this back in there and start bolting this thing down and getting it all back together. So I don't know if these were actually bad or not, but we're going to be able to find out tomorrow. Well, you can see the difference here. I've never seen a thermostat like this before, but you can see the difference in that one there. So they're stuck. So I don't know if I can push this down or not, but whatever. Well, you know, see that one there is open or closed, whatever you want to call it. So we got 1 and 1. So there's our problem right there. So I'm going to walk this back over to the payloader and we will get it set in there and get it all back together. Alright, I set that back down on there. Forgot to turn the freaking camera back on. So, out of these studs, I'm going to use the best ones in the center. Alright, so alright, so I'm satisfied with how tight that one is. Alright, so now I've got let's see. I've got 2 in there now. Now I'm going to take all these ones over to the bench and I'm going to weld a nut onto them so that I could tighten them all up. So, alright, we're just going to weld these 5/8 nuts on there. What I have to do to this one, I'm just going to cut the tool off in there so I can use the tool again, and just fill that in with weld and it'll be fine. So I'm going to set this in here. Cut this off. Alrighty, so take this, I've got it in the vise. I'm going to put the vise right down on there. Send the nut on here like that, and then we'll just weld it. If I had other options, I would end up buying new bolts and you know, just slamming new bolts in there. But it's Friday night, and who's have thought I would have had trouble with them? Alright, there's 4. So, we're just going to cool them down, and then I'm going to set them in there and finish this job up. Alright, we'll put these god-awful looking things down in there. Big old 5/8 nuts on them. They're going to stick up a little higher, but they're going to do the trick anyways. You know, like I said, if I had other options, I would have put new bolts in, but this is a better way to go about it anyway. Alright, just going to go over to the other side and tighten the other side up. So, alright, so boy, that couldn't get any closer there. If that nut was any taller, that would be hitting. One thing I'd worry about is the damn thing vibrating. But alright, now I gotta jump over to the other side. I went to hook up this hose and the bracket went underneath it, so we're hooking the hose up now. So almost lost that wrench. Alright, so there, that's tight. Now, turn you guys back. Now we gotta flip the harness up and into place. So, this went here, like this. Oh, wait a minute here. Is that right? Why does that not look right? Yeah, and then, alright, so it was like that. There's that one, and there's that one. bang, bang. Now we got this line that we can put back on. And then it draped around here. Come down in here. Like this. There's that. Alright, so we're just going to tighten everything up here, and we're just about done. Alright, I got the wire harness plugged in on the other side. Everything is on there. We got to put the top radiator hose on. Alright, so we got just about done here. Alright, so everything is hooked back up. I've got to see if I have some 5/16 gas line here to put on the overflow. Actually, I got to put that bolt in yet. I better get that in there. Alright, we have some gas line hose here that we're going to go ahead and put on here. This stuff, I don't know why it's so brittly. You know, it just must be from the heat. I mean, watch this. Look at this. This stuff just breaks. Brittle. Let's see. Might as well run this, push this through this hole, like that. Alright. Get some coolant in there. And, let it run for a while, and we are done. Okay, there's that. Alright, we'll start this up, let it run. And while it's warming up, we can be putting away tools here. So I'm going to put you guys up here. Well, so far so good. It's been running for just a couple minutes. Boat's going right. Doesn't appear to have any leaks. It is calling for more coolant. We'll have to go and get another jug filled up. So we're going to get another jug of coolant filled up, get it dumped in there, and then I can pick up all my tools. Okay, we've run it for maybe 5 minutes now, and the temperature's already come up on it. Now granted, it's in the shop, it's about 48 degrees in the shop here, but even when the temperature was, you know, between 45 and 50 degrees out, while the payloader was idling, while we'd be dumping off loads, you'd come back and get in it, and that damn needle would be right down on the bottom. So we'll revisit this in the morning. I'm going to get the tools and stuff picked up now. I'm going to let this continue to run. I've got the coolant reservoir right full. As long as it's in here, I'm going to wash the windows up after I get the tools picked up. I got to head over to the house and get some dinner and get a shower and get to bed. It's just shy of 8 o'clock here Friday night. So thanks again for watching, folks. We'll revisit this in the morning for a quick couple minutes, and we'll catch you at the next video. Thanks again. Well, it's Saturday morning. I've got my first 2 loads just about loaded here. I got a little more to put on this second mixer. But the engine coolant temperatures come up to about halfway on the gauge, and it warmed up right away. So we're going to dump the feed off both of them mixers, and the real test is going to be how far it drops back down as it's sitting and idling while I'm dumping those 2 mixers off. Before, what it would do is it would drop right down to the bottom while it was idling. So we're going to dump this last bucket load on, unload both of those mixer wagons, come back, see what that temperature gauge is doing. Okay, we just got loads of feed dumped off, and temperature gauge is about where I left it. A little, just fluttered there a little bit. It's moving back and forth. It's just below halfway, so that's good. Now, we don't really need the heat. You know, it's not that I need to be really warm in here. It's to keep the windows from getting fogged up. That's the main reason why we leave the that's the main reason why we leave the payloader running, because it takes like 15-20 minutes to dump the feed off, and if we shut the payloader off and start it up again, it ends up fogging up the windows. So this does have automatic shutdown after 25 minutes if it's running. I have it set to shut off. That way, you know, it's not running any longer than it has to. And if it's, this is an EGR motor, if it's doing a park regen, or, you know, that burned out, whatever the heck you call it, if it's doing that and it's doing it right while we're getting done with it, we just leave it running, let it go through its regeneration or whatever the heck you call it, and it'll shut off on its own. So we're just going to keep on loading feed here. So thanks for watching, folks. Leave a thumbs up if you like this video. Drop me a comment down below, and we'll see you at the next video.